Scorpio, how you been? Nice to have you back. Thank you so much for coming back and for all the love that you guys give me in email and messages and comments. And you guys are amazing, really. And I so appreciate you. So thank you so much for coming here. If you are a member and you have subscribed already, thank you for coming back. If you are someone who is new, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to subscribe before you left and hit that notification button so you'll know when I upload next. I am doing my best to upload twice a month for your sign. I'm also trying my best to do a weekly wisdom. So it didn't happen this week, unfortunately, because there was too much doing. But I will get back at it next week. And we are doing a reading today for Scorpio, for the collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, I should say, because Jupiter is the spouse. Venus is Venus is love, and Jupiter is the spouse. So a couple things you need to know. Mercury retrograde. It is at us, and it is at us hard. It started on the 30th of November, goes for another few days yet, I think, and it is playing with my brain and with my throat chakra, and I'm having a hard time getting words out at some point. So that Jupiter has come back home to Sagittarius. So Jupiter brings with it lovely things like gifts and kindness and people you've missed and things like that. So Mercury retrograde is a little less than, well, I'm not going to say less than, I'm going to say that Mercury retrograde has its place as well. Now, retrograde, what does that mean? That means that the planet stops moving. It doesn't necessarily move backwards, but it looks like it because all the other planets are sailing right by. So because it's just sitting still, you know, it plays with our psyche, it plays with our bodies, all kinds of stuff. So if you don't know your name and you're bumping into things this week, that's exactly what's going on. All right. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Scorpio from now until the 15th of November. All right. I think we're good. I'm going to cut the deck. Alrighty. Here we go, y'all. Oh, look at you. All single and beautiful, and people noticing you and taming birds and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, this is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is usually someone who is single and abundant and someone who is doing their own thing, and no one is going to stop them from doing their own thing. They have their own money. They have their own home. They are running their own business. They are living life. And that could be you, Scorps, right? I'm sure of all of the Scorpios that log in here today, it's going to be one of you. Looks like you're able to do whatever you want because your pain is done. You have come through, I've noticed in the progression of your readings since I've been online, which isn't very long now, you know, since what, October or something. I've noticed the progression that's coming through your readings, your general readings, is incredible. So if this is what's going on in your personal life, then kudos to you, because you are working hard, Scorpio. You really are. Look at that, like, done. Your transformation is on the way. You are no longer sad at night. You no longer have things that are keeping you up. You're making decisions. You are making decisions, and then you're making decisions, and then you're throwing those things away. You're not thinking them and overthinking them and overthinking them again. 10 of Swords is the completion. 10 is the completion. So 9 is almost the completion. So really that single person could be waiting for someone to bring in a pentacle. One pentacle would make it 10, right? Would make it the completion of abundance. So there's a 9 of Wands here. So yeah, Scorpio, you've been through it. You might still be going through it. The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. So that's not just, you know, mental wounds. That could be physical wounds as well. It could be something that's really been hard on your mind for a very long time. It could be something that you're doing that has been hard on your body as well. So the Nine of Wands is someone who is exhausted because they're almost at the end of, you know, almost at the completion. 9 and then 10. 10 is the completion of carrying around this heavy energy. So hopefully pretty soon it'll be done. The Three of Swords is really indicative of sadness. It's indicative of, you know, having your heart broken, of feeling sad because something hasn't gone your way, wishing for something to be different than what it is, essentially. That could be straight up heartbreak. It could very well be why you're exhausted. It could be very well be why you're single as well. And the Three of Swords is usually just that, broken heart, pain, you know, that kind of thing. It makes sense it's coming up beside the Nine of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior. Yeah, looks like you're taking a different path. So the Page of Wands is younger than you, or you are younger than them, one of the two. There is an age difference here. So keeping in mind that, you know, this is a female in the picture, but it could be any sex. It could be male or female, because we're reading energy here. And so when the Page of Wands shows up, it's usually because you want to take a different path. Where you're going, you don't want to do what you've always done because you're tired of getting the same results. So rather than playing on the wheel, going round and round and round, you've decided that you're just going to go this way and then go that way. You're just not going to go straight anymore. It's just not working for you. And I can see that here because you're exhausted and your heart is broken. So I think that you're just going to go off on your way, and you're going to try and make a life for yourself. The Wands are passion, so you are in search of passion, and you can see how her head is sort of bowed. She's not happy. She knows she has to go, yeah, or he knows he has to go, one of the two. Sometimes you just can't figure it out, right? Sometimes, no matter how hard you want it to work, the other person really doesn't want it to work. So I'm sorry if that's happening to you, but you know, it is the end of your pain. If you have finally come to a decision that's giving you the end to your pain, then that's the best of it. Then that's good. Look, there's a Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is coming to tell you that there is actually emotion out there for you. There is loving messages that want to find you. So the Page of Cups, again, is someone who's learning. So it could be an age difference, someone who's younger or someone who's older. And the Page of Cups is bringing in cups of emotion. And that's coming up right under the Nine of Pentacles, which is the card of someone who's single. Someone who's single and available, and someone who is beautiful, handsome, looks good, smells good, that kind of thing. So quite abundant. Waiting for the ships to come in. This is coming up under the Ten of Swords. So now that your pain is done, now that you have come to the end of your pain, then perhaps it is time for your ships to come in. Perhaps this walk that you're taking on the different path alone, maybe it's time that your ships did come in, and it is time to get something different from the ships than you've gotten all along, right? That's coming up under your Ten of Swords card, Scorpio, saying that the pain is over. So now it's just time to wait and see what's on the shore. Got some cards flipping here. This one is up, and it is the Seven of Pentacles. So you're planting seeds. You're planting seeds of hope, of love. You are planting seeds for money, perhaps. Maybe you're looking for a different job. This also could be a job. You know, this could be a job-related thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you're heartbroken. It can mean that you didn't get the job, and that you're really exhausted at the job that you're at, and that you left another job that is it ended your pain, but now you're exhausted going into this next place. It could be because you're working too much. But the Seven of Pentacles is sowing the seeds and waiting. So once you've sown the seeds for the thing that you want, then you just wait. That's really all that you can do. You need to wait for harvest, which is the Eight of Pentacles. So that's coming up under your Wounded Warrior card here, your Nine of Wands. So once you plant those seeds, yeah, it's just time to wait and watch. See what happens. Oh, looks like you're going to come into some happiness. So it looks like somebody out there is going to kind of drag you out for the night with some friends. It looks like there's going to be some happiness here. It's usually because of a union, or, oh, you know what? Maybe you're over the heartbreak. It's coming up under the heartbreak card. So maybe you're over the heartbreak. That could very well be. And so that is a time for you to relax and enjoy. Or you are out of a relationship and you're done. You just need to get out and party. Like, who doesn't need to do that, right? You just need to get out and meet new people and think about new things and laugh and, you know, and have some drinks. That's all. Now, coming up under the Page of Wands is the Magician. So you really do have everything that you need. You are manifesting the things that you want, Scorpio. You are manifesting those things. Whether you're doing it like deliberately or not, you are manifesting the things that you want. You are in control of the Swords, which is conversation, the Cups, which are emotion. You are in control of the Rods, which are actions. So you are in control of yourself. So you can really manifest what you want. If you can see the infinity symbol here above the head, indicating that the Magician is trying to manifest something here. You are also the Master of the Pentacles. So you have mastered these things and you just need to get them working for you now. Maybe you haven't realized that you are the Magician and you can manifest whatever you want. Just be careful what you're manifesting. I always leave that on the end, that disclaimer, because you can manifest things which are not great for you and you can manifest things which are great for you. And once you do your manifestations, it looks like the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. I cannot believe how many readings I have done today. I think I've done 7 or 8 today. And this card keeps coming up. There is some big stuff coming in the new year for a lot of signs. So this is something that is coming up for you, Scorpio. I don't know what the timeline is on it because this is the Divine Timing card. It's the none of your business card, right? It's none of my business. So the universe is going to be putting things in motion, is going to be pushing things forward in your favor. I say that because of the different cards that I have here. It looks like things are already beginning to work in your favor. So take a look here. And then there's going to be Judgment. So as the wheel pushes in your favor, hopefully not too fast, you're going to be making decisions. You'll be making decisions maybe about selling a house, selling a car, getting out of a relationship, you know, patching things up with the ex so you can have access to the children. Perhaps you're leaving the job. Perhaps you're just done with it and you're not looking back and you're going into a business. That could very well be it. But there's going to be some really heavy-duty decision making coming up after this wheel turns in your favor. Nine of Cups. It's wonderful. Wishes fulfilled. So things are definitely turning in your favor. Look at that. So the thing is this, is when you want something, when you want your wishes fulfilled, when you are in the middle of manifestation and you're in the middle of trying to manifest the things that you want. Manifestation, by the way, is essentially thinking about those things as though you already have them. I do that first 30 minutes of every morning. I put myself on a 30-minute snooze and I don't go back to sleep. I just lay there and think about the things that I wished I already had, or I act as though I already have those things. So that's what the manifestation is. So that being said, manifestation is what you've been manifesting, your happiness, which is pretty darn amazing. You've put yourself into a situation where you're going to be making decisions with a whole bunch of tools the universe has given you, and you're going to make good decisions, and you're going to move yourself into the Nine of Cups area, into the wishes fulfilled. And then there shall be justice. and a balancing of everything. So things are going to be in balance for you. Money, house, car, wife, girlfriend, children, everything's going to be in balance for you. When you make, when you see the Justice card, it's usually because things are about to get back into balance for you. So that's really good news. And that's probably what you've been manifesting, is to get back in balance. The Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is the card of reciprocity. So you are looking for someone who is going to give you 100%, because you always give 100%, and you're entitled to it. You know, people say 50-50 is a relationship. Not true. It is 100% on either side. And if you two are both giving as much as you're taking, then there just isn't anything that can go wrong at that point. The Empress. Maybe it's you who's intuitive. You probably are, because you're a water sign. So it's you, Scorpio, who knows what you're doing here in the manifestation department. And you are someone who other people come to for advice. So you give good advice, you receive advice from others, and you take it under consideration. You are the person who is helping out people in need. Because you're balanced. And the Empress is balanced. She's learned how to balance her work-life balance. She's learned how to balance, how assertive she is as opposed to how aggressive she may be. She's learned the balance. So she is a great person to get information from. The Temperance card is wanting a balance between heaven and earth, also water and fire. So one does not put out the other in the tarot. They actually enhance each other when they're in balance. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is coming in to bring a message of love, a message of emotional love. That is coming out right under the Empress and the Temperance card. And then comes your Ten of Cups. Yay! So yeah, this looks like it's very low down here on your reading. It's the 19th card. So the one just before the end here, but it's coming because you have clarity. That's why. You have clarity, and you're going to make the right decision. Don't worry about making the wrong decision. You've thought it through. You've thought through your Ten of Cups. You've been manifesting this for a while. Here comes the love. And you've been using your intuition. So use your gut, continue to use your gut, Scorpio, and you are making good decisions. This is a really great reading. It looks like you are, though, taking a turn, though. You are taking a turn away from wherever you were, going into the next chapter, because this card of divine timing is going to be pushing you into making decisions. So decisions in judgment, decisions in justice. So justice is just that, right? Something that comes in your favor. So judgment is making, it can be resurrection of old things, Mercury retrograde, right? It can be resurrection of old things. It can be making decisions that serve you. So yeah, there we go. I am also going to use a couple of other decks. We're going to use a couple of other decks. I've got one here called the Notes from the Universe, and it's fairly new, so I'm going to give you that. And let's see what we can find here. Do something new, something different. Is that two cards you want? Oh, that's one. Do something new, something different. It says, ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and to be fallen in love with when you're busy? Thank goodness I'm you. So ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and to be fallen in love with when you're busy? Truth, right? You don't know what's happening. It's so great, but when when you're watching it happen, it's slow like molasses, right? Okay, start where you are. Grow where you're planted, basically. The great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next. You can start with anyone, your dog, your cat, your child. You can start with the neighbor. You can start with someone you meet in the parking lot by giving them your spot. You can meet these people anywhere. Start wherever you are. There we go. One more card, and it's going to be from Power of Love. Back there because the deck is there. I keep forgetting what it's called. I don't know why. Okay, Power of Love. Scorpio, Power of Love. Cooperation. In your quest to manifest, wow, because we were talking all about manifestation, right? In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. Isn't that true, though? I mean, if it wasn't true, it wouldn't be on the card, right? But I find that in my own life. That's why I'm saying it's true that in your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has its value. No matter if it's a good or bad experience, everybody has their experience to share. And those are all lessons for us. We can learn things from anyone we come in contact with should we decide to do so. So that is it. That is it for you, Scorpio. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please leave me some messages. You know how I like to converse back and forth with you guys. I'll be getting to messages soon. So if you have been waiting for me to answer, that is coming up right soon. And I am going to go for now. But if you have any questions, please email me. There's an email address below. Also, just remember there's $10 off $60 pre-recorded readings this month. So if you want to get in there, you can do that. And yeah, that's it for now. Hope you have a good night, Scorpio. Thank you. Bye.